afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting, another spectacular Propagandacast from your host Imperial Game. We're off here to our Banner versus 1 on a crossing in the woods. Yes, indeed, we shall be watching once more Miragefla here. My apologies for that, but there was a recent patch out, and well, this was a pretty good match, so I went for that. But Miragefla here fighting for the United States of America. For the glory of liberty and freedom and apple pie. Taking on the fight here for the 2nd Armored Division, crashing against the Krauts here under the command of Fahu, fighting here for Germany, for the Reich, and the 2nd Panzer Division. Points are rapidly being secured here by Miragefla, splitting up a bit here, instead of not connecting this middle road here. Just moving straight on here, whereas Fahu does seem to be here on a right-hand approach initially on.
We got a rifle squad waiting for orders.
So a little something there to note as well by Fahu. Commanders a box standard for Miragefla. For Fahu, we are noting elite troops, Jaeger armor of all things, and mobile defense. Been a long time since we've seen you see Jaeger armor down there. At least I have. And there he goes, securing the middle road there. He's going straight up. So in fact, both players are aiming straight for the right-hand fuel initially. That's quite interesting to see. I mean, usually you'd see the players go for the fuel point on their side of the river, but in this case, Fahu is actually going for the one sort of more closer to space, but at the same time, it's a slightly more perilous route in some regards, maybe. Or maybe it's the other way around. Normally you'd see Miragefla go. Oh well, it's always a bit peculiar about who goes for what, but generally, I'd go for the one here, and then for the here, but well, actually, I end up actually always going for that one. Come to think of it, but enough about that. Enough about that. I mean, overall just says something about how the few points sort of here pursued on this map, which is a bit in a special way. MD42 there opening up with a nice good volley versus the rifle, and they're forcing away Miragefla's troops here. In fact, he is not securing this. In fact, again, so it's all about here. So if Miragefla can sort of properly fortify things, he can definitely make things very uncomfortable for Fahu, who's rather basically betting everything he's got on this side. Quite interesting to note there. And again, not so usual. I think you see both players sort of more or less putting everything they have towards one fuel point. And they both encounter around the same one anyways. And there go MD42 firing away, their munitions secured. Pioneers shifting west, Grenadiers moving up. No, taking up no further troops. 2 Grenadiers, 1 MD42 so far. Rifle here under a bit of trouble. There we go, Grenadiers charging in from the open here. A bit of a bad move by Fahu, allowing the rifle to get off some good shots there. Although we see another guy moving in here at the same time, Fahu troops are taking heavy casualties. At the same time, Pioneers being forced away. But Rifleman, fuel point over there being secured instead. Looks like he was able to finally force away the Rifleman here, doing a bit of nice damage. But not all that, taking some bruisings right there. 3rd Grenadier squad on the way here for Fahu. Additional Rifleman now running from Miragefla. Troops need to reinforce, get ready, move out and fight out.
The enemy is taking our territory.
And Riflemen firing away there on the Grenadiers as they move up. Over here they're shifting things around towards support Grenadiers. Again, Fahu moving out in front of the Riflemen, in particular not entirely using cover, which only makes things easier for the Riflemen in particular as he moves closer, which is really where the Riflemen get really good versus Grenadiers. So not entirely sure Wildfire's thinking there's some slightly unfortunate early infantry attacks, and there we go, the MD40 getting flanked here by larger Rifleman force. A bit of a troubled move there. Bunker up. Just need to upgrade to the medics.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
And taking up as well. Oh, it's actually, I should have popped back to Miragefla earlier, my apologies right there. Got slightly caught up in the action there and pointing up where things are going. What already out here, Miragefla has, thanks to the sort of Fahu's initial slight mistakes, they've gotten a nice early advantage. He's got 4 Rifleman squads out in the field. We also see a Lieutenant on the way. So Miragefla will be adding in quite a bit of infantry here versus Fahu early on. Though of course right here then Fahu of course realises what needs to be done. He needs to shift his angle of approach entirely. Shift away from here and move towards the west instead. Of course most of Miragefla's force over here, so he should have some time to sort of set things up there. Though he needs to get the rest of the force here moving. Schnell!
A capture point is being overrun.
No, actually he's only devoting a small force, whereas making another push up here, a bit risky. He's rather risks overextending himself to a certain extent. We're also seeing an M20 on the way here for Miragefla. The M20 utility car, basically a Greyhound without the turret. on basically.
All right, you dopes, listen up.
And going straight here for the cut-off point. Very nice, taking advantage. Well, probably a bit unintentionally of the fact that he's about to split up his forces fully, leaving the connecting point here, the centre, in fact, extremely open. Good job there by Miragefla, good job. All at the same time, he's doing it with a heavily depleted unit. Low on health and low on men. That, on the other hand, could end up biting him in the arse if he's not careful. That's just something to point out there. And here we go, Lieutenant leading the way. Rear echelon troops moving up, and they're going to quick overwhelmed. They try to put into a building, but not going to be the safest option. Pioneers caught out on the overhead versus the rear echelon troops.
Utility car, taking the field.
Namely, 4 troops not set up either. That's not good. Utility car arriving. Rifle also ready in the base. Armored skirts on the way. And there we go, basically unraveling more terrain here for Fahu. Definitely not looking good. It looks like he's shifting to things towards to try and get their fuel point. Also knowing he's actually left just a rifle squad here to cover things up. Interesting, interesting. And here we go, fighting breaks out. And I quickly sent scarpering back. With a 4th gun squad there arriving for Fahu. A bit late there to sort of really help things on the left side. But again, you know, the larger push here succeeds in the end, having drawn away most of Miragefla's forces towards the west there. Right, on the other hand, though, it does mean still that he's not really having any sort of definite territory that he's sort of having secure supply lines that rather lies more to Miragefla. Also noting an early anti-tank man here. Clearly, Miragefla is worried about something that might hammer in here already this early into the match. Might be playing for something a bit more foresighted. Either way, not bad, not bad. No commander still, though, from Miragefla. There are a few options, of course. Armour, infantry, and airborne. He could have gone infantry with all the swings the other to maybe sort of things makes things easy for his own troops. Airborne could also work with some pathfinders already now sort of drain up further troops, 50 calibers and paratroopers. I mean, the options are there. It's just merely a question of what does he choose. And we do note a 50 caliber has arrived to support Miragefla. That's definitely going to make things more awkward here for Fahu. We've got the M20 moving up, Lieutenant arriving to a rifle, and the 50 caliber moving up here. Fahu's forces are quickly getting outnumbered and beleaguered here. And there we go, the 50 caliber just begins blasting away. But with a 221 scout carrier arriving for Fahu, the leichte Panzerwagen. MG42 here, continuing to hold up positions. With a bit of a weak spot here. But rapidly scout cars moving up, he might upgrade it to sort of help deal with things, which certainly help versus the M20. Another mine here though, Mirage making good use of the M20, a bit rare to see a player actually sort of lay down several anti-tank mines with the M20. I mean, if anything hits that, it's either going to be good night or at least disabled in the middle of the bloody road without being able to move. There we go. And 222 needs to be a bit careful around the 50 caliber, and there we go. So good shots there, does quite a bit of damage. There we go. They're opening up on the M20. Further fire, further death, further action. And we're noting an ambulance on the way from Miragefla. Still no sign of a commander.
Someone get us out of here! Waiting orders.
Still no sign of a choice. Fuel point here being once more harassed.
Boys, you ready to roll out?
And there we go. 2-2 once more to the rescue of the German forces. Popping smoke there, not bad, but a bit... Never mind, lots of rifles streaming in here. And we do see the 222 forced to fall back here, though not without doing some damage. And we of course got the rifle here, causing problems, so they go to a quick rifle grenade.
Taking the field.
No sign, by the way, of anything further from the light mechanized company here for Fahu. Things are certainly feeling a bit chaotic here. Sort of shifting across all the place here. Some more improvised moves, and there we go. Looks like a fighting precision going up here from Miragefla. to cover the far away fuel point. That's definitely going to require then Fahu to sort of dispatch something a bit more solid to clear that out. Still no success in getting that fuel point, and now this one will certainly be a lot harder for him to get. There will be a bit more before the 50 caliber appears. Ready to pour some lead down some kraut's throat and make them sauerkrauts. There you go, rifle engaged here by the scout car, the 222. Almost wiping out the entire unit, in fact. Could he get it? Could he get it? That could certainly be a nice blow there. To Miragefla, but looks like no, he escapes. Meanwhile over here, almost done. The guy's managed to wipe the point.
Our fighting position now has some ordnance behind it.
But the 50 caliber is ready and just begins shredding those Germans, immediately causing Fahu here to pull back most bravely. Now a pack 40 finally arrives here for Fahu. About time. And a major on the way of Miragefla, feeling quite confident he's moving straight onto the armour, to the big tanks, or at least for Americans, big tanks. And over to Fahu. This force is a bit diminished in comparison. Gunny's here making a bit of a straight head-on charge. Surprisingly enough, there's been no upgrades, no commander choice for him either. That's quite interesting. Though we do see a quick rifle grenade there, which rather failed to make much of an impression. Gunny still remaining out in the open versus Lieutenant and Rifle Squad, particularly the Lieutenant there with his weapons. Oh! Nicely done there, the Rifle. We're a bit climbed up here, a bit careful about that, and Fahu spotted that. Was able to sort of punish that with a rifle grenade. Well done there. Also looks like bazookas have been upgraded here for Miragefla, most likely. Yes, indeed. Equipping the rear echelon troops, though only likely. He's only getting one bazooka. I mean, if you're going to get it for the rear echelon troops, you might as well get them two and be done with it. And create a small anti-tank team using them. And generally, I mean, any sort of team like that was usually organised in something more independent from operating on its own, as basically blowing up tanks and such. When they're secured. Fahu, though, much stronger presence now on the field, though the right hand side once more going to fall here, and once more Miragefla will take that back, though at the same time he's pushing up here. 50 come, there we go, the bazooka did a nice job here on the 222. A small victory for the rear echelon troops. Needs to be careful here unless it fancies another bazooka rocket through the engine block. Taking up already done here, he could get a support armor core. And we're noting here that Fahu is pretty much all assembled on the road, but at the same time not defending the fuel port or the munitions or anything, so it's a really curious positioning he's got here actually.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
And one which really, I can't say benefits him much because he's not really holding any sort of vital territory. In fact, now he's losing the vital territory. But there goes the pack armor core up. Moving up the pack here. Troops enforcing. Trying to make his way around here. The 50 caliber, good job. The 222 drone fire. Though he has to be a bit careful. Then go actually sprinting away. Quick repositioning there. Good job there by Mirage. Good job. And there you go, the M20 knocked out. Pop smoke, but a bit too late. Looking more like an engine malfunction than anything before crashing into a nearby structure. An old abandoned forester's house. And there you go, the rear echelon troops also forced to fall back here. But the 50 caliber hiding nearby behind some bushes and a fence quickly puts a stop there to Fritz's advance. Nicely done there, Hank.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
And the major taking up things here. No! Oh. Is he actually going to try and flank the MD-42? That's pretty bold. On Miragefla, right then there you go, the MD-42 is forced away. Still no sign of a commander from either player. I'm a bit surprised at that. And there you go. Oh, there's actually another bazooka here. I'm guessing that might have been something then the vehicle crew dropped. Occasionally you can actually experience that the M20 crew, after you're done repairing whatever and you pop it in, they actually drop bazookas. So I suppose that could have been here. Not really much sense beyond that. You should definitely grab that on the rear echelon troops, I would say, or maybe get the lieutenant to pick it up. He could certainly benefit from that as well. Stug is available. He could save up for a flak panzer, go straight on for the Panzerkampfwagen 4. Nibelungwerk's finest.
We are ready for action.
But certainly map control seems a bit of a hazard here for Fahu at the moment. He might want to consider getting some more infantry or MGs or something out on the field. Sort of try and help with that. He's definitely struggling here versus the much larger infantry force from Miragefla. And looks like Airborne has been chosen. Clearing out the replacement right there. Looks like an anti-tank gun was actually dropped in of all things here from Miragefla. And there we go, the fighting position knocked out there. Well done by the 222. Still, fuel is very much a hazard here for Fahu at the moment. Sherman has arrived here from Miragefla, adding in him some nice armor, some panzers. And there we go. Looks like the scout carrier set off the anti-tank mine, utterly wiping it out. Wrecked. Nothing but a fireball and a bit of crumbled up tin. And there you go, now the Pioneers are suffering heavily here to the Sherman and the 50 caliber. Heavy losses here being inflicted on Fahu. He needs to do something. He's still floating resource. He must be very much intent on the Panther 4, ignoring everything else. Still no sign of a commander beyond that. Fahu really needs to make a choice now. He needs to get some more troops out. Need to spend some of that manpower. Man. I'm not surprised no one's picked up that AT gun, but looks like the bazooka got secured by someone. No, by whom I do not know. But there you go, guns to engage. Veterancy 3 versus Veterancy 2. The Lieutenant will have the advantage particularly this range with his BR and Thompson. There we go. We have some troops with dual bazookas. Smoke going off. Here's Sherman moving in. Good usage of smoke, but at the same time I want to be very careful he doesn't get too close to get Panther Fousered here. In particular since he's actually moving into the smoke and thus won't be able to see. Looks like though he made a very nice job here by the way. Actually smoke out things in front of the pack so he could assault it. Not bad here, but at the same time he might have underestimated the infantry by could risk getting Panther Fousered right here in fact. So that's a bit sort of the darker side of smoking out and then charging in. You might not entirely be sure what's on the other side here. And that could give the pack a chance of actually knocking out in return. Panther 4 though is on the way finally. Another Grenadier squad here arriving as well. Looks like also Grenadiers finally got that machine gun. Trying to kill out the pack 40 here. Another series of smoke barrages. Good job there. Good usage of the ability here by Miragefla. Though sadly he needed some infantry support here for the Sherman, I would say. I think he'd done that. He might have been better off. He might try and sort of basically attack around here since of course the pack catch would otherwise. And there you go. Looks like the Sherman's about to get lost here. A nice valiant attempt though by Miragefla, but close but nosy guy in the end. He took a chance in this case. It sadly did not pay off here for him. A shame. Looks like he's finally going around to using that anti-tank gun. Though where is... No, actually he hasn't. That's a bit weird. There looks like some airborne being dropped in. It's a full airborne unit dropping in there. Still no sign of a commander choice here by Fahu. You might want to make that and also spend some manpower. Again, either get some caches up. I mean, the way he's controlling the maps from caches would definitely play off strongly for him. One might argue. Maybe some support weapons, another pack, maybe an MG42 or a mortar. Sniper could also be an idea. And there you go, anti-tank and flying down the Panther 4. And getting a Pintamar machine gun as well there, good, good. Victory point wise, things are looking a bit grim here for Fahu. Needs to quickly turn that around. Need to turn that around. And ending up actually in the paratroopers line of fire. And the result is, well, not too surprising. Panzer Grenadier on the way heading to more force. To his force. Still no sign of a commander choice. Come on, Fahu, make a choice. And there you go, light machine gunners versus the Airborne, or the paratroopers, who are out in the open, charging water against line cover, and their veteran. Good, however, we do see a quick grenade here in an attempt to flush out the crouch, and he does succeed very nicely. The rifle grenade, though, could be a good response here. Very close shave there. At the same time, Panzer IV makes its way forwards, with the small Pioneer force there to support. Good job there, checking for mine. Would be an absolute shame if the Panzer IV hit a mine and was disabled. Close shot there from the Sherman, close shot. Got the ambulance. Got another ambulance. Got a ambulance, actually. I don't need that another one. Anyways, the some troops are getting off a pursuit shot on the side there, entertaining Marine as well. Panzer will have to fall back, still in the center of commander. Over to Miragefla. His forces that have been taking a few beatings. He's actually down on 2 rifleman squads. So that could maybe be improved a bit. On the other hand, he does have a commander choice.
Send your orders.
MG-42 are ready to stop up the assault. And again, no real sort of heavier defenses around here. Though Fahu is controlling both viewpoints. Smoke again, so he's actually got grenades up. And he's using them to basically lay down smoke screens for his men. Good job there by Miragefla. I mean, Miragefla is actually making a reasonable good choice of his smoke. That is good, that is good. I mean, a bit rare that players actually make a solid use of smoke to sort of cover up advances and attacks. I mean, very rare to see you use it on a Sherman tactic, obfuscate a defender before attacking it. Just, you know, in this case, again, it did not work out too well. He hadn't quite provided proper support or full reconnaissance, so he rather marched in a bit too blindly, and in that case, Fahu was able to turn things around. Otherwise, I mean, he could have lost that pack, and that would have been a great victory there for Miragefla. And apparently that tree's flying.
We're losing a capture point.
But Panzer Grenadier moving forwards. Slowly through the water.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
Miragefla shifting towards the west here. And there you go, Lieutenant versus Panzer. The Lieutenant's actually out in the open here, the Panzer in heavy cover. So the Panzer here should have the advantage. I mean, he could lay down a smoke screen actually and sort of that way cover up things and actually allow him to get close and maybe give a grenade. But no, he's actually charging up and just going in for a grenade regularly. I think that could have been a bit executed there by Miragefla. A bit better. Fahu still floating a bit of resources. Come on, Fahu. Don't be silly.
Warning orders. Square away the rock.
Not sure what he's thinking there. He could set up bunkers. He could do a lot of things with all that manpower. Yet so far seems a bit reluctant to do anything with it. Telemine's going up. Guarding up versus an armoured assault.
T-47 air support now available.
Oh, wait, what is this? The Panzer IV suddenly gained a lot of veterancy. I think he might be using troop training. Yes, indeed, he actually trained up his Panzer. Gott im Himmel! It's a miracle! Someone's actually using troop training in the later game to veterancy up a Panzer! And he did it again! It's veterancy too! Whoa! Someone's actually doing it besides me! Impressive! Thumbs up to Fahu! Never thought I'd see the day!
A capture point is under attack.
I mean, the Germans actually had a system for basically getting new troops up to sort of speed and sort of into things a bit better. It was a bit of a unique system where basically they'd go through a special battalion in the unit a bit further away from the front line before being sent forwards then to the frontline units, basically showing the recruits would have a better chance of not getting horribly killed. Also noting here, sniper out for Fahu, who's adding a bit of pressure towards the enemy that way.
The enemy is overrunning one of our capture points.
And looks like a second pack here. Gutes Arbeit. And there we go, we're just seeing a large smoke screen going down here. Sherman laying it down by the looks of it. Again, oh, good job here. I mean, really, using smoke to clear up before an assault and showing he can set up positions here. Make progress. Excellent, excellent. I mean, really, take note of this. He actually used the smoke screen from the Sherman offensively. And not a lot of players actually do that. And note he was actually able to sort of turn things around against Fahu, who's otherwise with a reasonably solid defensive position. Instead, he might lose the MD4 and he's forced to pull back with a Pack 40. Panzer IV, though, counterattacks here. Good job with his Arbeit. Still, again, take note of this. Some rather, well, I'd say more unique play going on from both players, which is great. Definitely something I would suggest both US players and Wehrmacht players take note of. From whatever the other side does again. Smokescreen for offensive usage, and Fahu actually using troop training to take a Panzer IV and get it up to Veterancy 2. Without having to sort of get into a lot of flex before that.
Okay, go ahead.
6 kills down the Panzer IV. He could try and rush it in actually, call Blitzkrieg, move up here, attack the Sherman from the other side. He could call in another Panzer IV, by the way. I think by now he's got the resources. And it looks like here Mirage is quick to fall back though. Doesn't feel confident he can hold. It looks like he's shifting back to the west again to make a stronger push there. He needs to sort of actually focus down around a fuel point a bit more solidly, but getting a Jackson there. Panzer IV might want to move forward, so at least pull it back for a last bit of veterancy, if possible. Going for the fuel point again. It looks like anything's now shifting over towards the west. I mean, both players are actually shifting sort of towards there where they feel they have better chance of actually making good progress, which is nice to see. Though he might want to shift over to High around it versus the Grenadiers a bit. Pack 40 MD4 to sort of plug up the hole. Panzer IV doing nothing. Come on, Fahu, do a bit more with it. If you'd be so kind.
Tank destroyer is ready for action.
Looks like we're going in.
Armor ready.
Warning orders.
Sherman ready to go.
Mass up.
Listen carefully.
Panzer IV moving in for Deutschland. And there got the Jackson. Oh, he's making a bit of a mistake there. He's moving in blindly.
Is overrunning one of our capture points.
I mean, if we were to be spotted here, that could be game over, since that'd be the Pack 40. And there you go, Pack 40 opening up. Panzer IV hits the mine. Engine gone, or track's gone. Either way, it's immobilized. Pack 40 firing late. Jackson is forced to fall back here. This is getting very quickly ugly here for Fahu. The Panzer IV is stuck. Scheiße, Dietrich! Why didn't you pay attention to the ground? But that's not my job. I'm the gunner. Shut up, Dietrich. It's always excuses with you. And there you go. The Jackson made a bit of a track mistake. He got caught in front of the Pack 40. We're seeing here that Fahu's pulling up everything to guard up that Panzer IV. Everything. And the Major's calling in an artillery strike, but he's at the same time running straight past the Panzer IV, getting absolutely murdered here. A heroic last strike, I suppose. And there you go, the artillery strike going in here on the German position around the Panzer IV, threatening to kill German infantry and kill the crew on the Panzer. If only they could get out of the Panzer IV like the Americans could, but apparently there's a fear directive out forcing outsiders to actually weld them in so they can't escape the Panzer IV. Or something, I don't know. I really would like to see everybody being able to use crews on their Panzers or T-34s and whatnot, by the way. Bit of an ugly engagement right here, though, for Miragefla. He really wasn't expecting a Pack Schwerpunkt there, supporting the Panzer IV, really knocking out the stuffing out of his tanks there. That got very ugly very quickly right there from Miragefla. Very ugly. No, it's actually... never mind. No time for mid-game analysis. My apologies there, though. I got a bit too caught up in the action, all the smoke screens and the troop training of the Panzers. My apologies, but damage-wise, I mean, we are knowing here Fahu said we got a bit more advantage kill-wise a bit. It's not all game over here for Miragefla, but he does need to sort of get things a bit more together at the moment. He's perhaps giving Fahu a bit too much leeway several times and allowing Fahu to sort of get away with more than he actually should. Plus now Fahu sort of making good use of the troop training, which is certainly in that regard also further pushing the advantage towards him. And of course now with troop training up, it should also be aware, I mean, he's probably going to go for a Tiger Ace. In fact, over to Fahu. Very close, though he's actually does not have the population for it. And this Panzer IV is very close to Veterancy 3. Sham engaging the grenades here, opening in, moving in. Getting off a few good shots there for the United States of America. Bazooka troops moving in, following up with the rest of the force. And the Panzer IV is ready to move as well. Looks like another airdrop there from Miragefla. Another 80 gun, I'm going to guess. Yes, indeed. Not sure if they would have received that. I actually do think they had the M1 as sort of an airdrop anti-tank gun support there, the Airborne. I believe the British paratroopers did as well. I think. I might be wrong though. Well, they might have had a modified version of it. I know German paratroopers, when they actually make the paradrops, actually had a recoilless rifle for such jobs, as amongst other things. But there you go, Shem coming in front here of the Pack 40 and a Panzer IV. Need to be a bit careful there, Miragefla. Several anti-tank guns now, laying down a bit of a bigger front there versus Fahu's Panzers. Fahu is definitely the much larger force here and the more veteran force. Fahu could easily pull back that Panzer IV, think, and train it up. Johnny's moving up, and there we go, quick rough grenade. He could have used a stun grenade maybe, but there we go, getting off a good job there on the Airborne. Taking half, and there we go, the Panzer IV actually charging straight in against all the army here. What is he thinking? I think, I mean, it's a bit of a bow raid, but he could easily end up biting him in the arse, and they're going to tank guns firing. Panzer IV taking heavy damage. In particular versus Jackson, needs to be careful. In fact, he could lose a Panzer IV here. Oh, Jackson missed. Jackson missed. Popping smoke there, that was bloody close. Victory 4 there for the Panzer IV. Very close shave there though, very close. That was a bit risky there by Fahu. I mean, had there been one anti-tank man there, he could easily have lost, say, the Veterancy 3 Panzer IV, which could definitely have given Miragefla a better chance of getting back in the fight. Well, victory points are here, Fahu. I mean, he's sort of managing things decently now here with the veteran Panzers basically acting as a mobile force, sort of quickly standing. And there we go again, training up the Panzer force. Good job. That also looks like the Pioneers received training as well. Great job. I mean, he's actually making solid use of it. Of troop training. I mean, it's a very neglected ability, I feel. But here we actually see someone making good use of it. Splendid work. Splendid work. Definitely. Thumbs up to Fahu here. Very much something I could recommend to players to actually sort of consider. I mean, you know, you have your Panzers. Troop train them. Troop train them. I mean, get a Panzer IV to 2. I mean, sure, you might have to pay a bit of resources, but definitely having a quick Veteran 2 Panzer IV, I think, will make up for that, or even Veterancy 3. So, splendid work right there by Fahu. Moving at the Panzer IV there again. Bazookas flying, but failing to penetrate the frontal armor there. Jackson shooting as well, also failing to make a dent here against the mighty Panzer IV Ace. I think I can actually troop train this one more again. Will he? Will he? We're seeing a Scot. There we go. And there we go. Very close to Veteran 3 now. Very close. I mean, the last bit here does require a bit more resources, so can't blame who doesn't go the full way. Anti-tank could also do with the recruit there. And we got the Scot here rolling around like a self-propelled artillery piece. Miragefla, though, is probably feeling the pressure here. The anti-tank gun, by the way, needs to move up. He also, I mean, should turn on, take aim when if he isn't using it. Ooh, blimey! Looks like a unit here got absolutely murdered by the Veterancy 3 MG42. No survivors.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector. Ready for orders.
So there goes a severely veteran Panzer IV force here for Fahu. Achtung Panzer. I mean, right now as you approach on Blitzkrieg, we're seeing heavy hit shots going in there against the Panzer IV. Jackson almost out. Smoke going down here, trying to get the Panzers out again. And the Jackson got knocked down. Now the Panzer IV reaching Veterancy 3. Miragefla here, a bit problematic. I mean, he moved up the Sherman here. Blocked up with the path here for the Jackson. Bit unfortunate, bit unfortunate. But traffic jams were a part of war. And, yeah, I don't know. Bit hard to sort of classify this, since it was a very narrow path he was sort of trying to move several units through. Panzer IV, they somehow managed to survive this. Panzer Reserve taking heavy losses. And there you go, wiped out. A small victory there from Miragefla, but can he sort of turn things further around? He is under a lot of pressure. Fahu still got a strong force. Miragefla has taken quite a thrashing. Panzer Force, they're both ace status now, if you will, Veterancy 3. Definitely not something to be taken lightly there. Another airdrop by the looks of it. Another anti-tank gun, he still hasn't recruited that one. Well, that one, so I don't know, not entirely sure that's a good idea there. He probably should get more infantry, if anything. It does look like to have pretty much nothing left. So what shall Miragefla do in response to this? The situation can best be described as perilous.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Nice sniper shot there, stunning the entire paratrooper unit there with the incendiary explosive rounds. Or B-Patronen, the B standing for Beobachtung, so observer round. Not 100% sure how it worked, but I'm guessing the large explosive round was sort of used to sort of mark targets off for other ones, to sort of spot out the target a bit more directly. But there you go, he got the MG42. .50 cal moving up, Scott moving up, can he take a nice shot? Oh, he can't call the ace in now! And I think that was what Fahu was waiting for, the ace! Hubstahl und Porsengines, vorwärts, Leute! Zerstören Sie die Amerikaner! And there go the Pack 40s all in heavy trouble. Need to recruit the anti-tank and get it up. Said he's ignoring it. And now there's an ace moving in. Oh, the snipers are actually out in the open! Well, there you go, the ace got off a great shot, and by the way, got off a bulletin which actually increases its line of sight. So, little detail there that the sniper also transforms, and we're going to see one hell of a panzer push here from Fahu. Germany's finest off to war. Anti-tank guns nowhere to be seen. Bazookas neither, it's just the ace moving ahead. His only chance now is maybe the US Air Force. Scott here taking heavy hits. And there you go, knocked out of the war. Well, there we go, rockets going in. Tiger Ace takes heavy damage. Fails to hit the Panzer Force. And heavy engine damage there on the Panzer Force. Sherman is kaput though. Anti-tankers need to move up. Bazookas need to pull back to the base reinforcement. Panzer Force continue to drop. Their ambulance knocked out. No respect for the cross. And he's actually moving things away here, allowing themselves to be flanked by the Panzer IV, trying to get the Tiger Ace. And there we go, making a return pass. And the ace there trying to get away and knocked out. An excellent victory there for the United States Air Force, but it looks like the land battle has been lost otherwise. The Panther Force continue their reign of terror through American lines. Miragefla here seems to be pretty much wrecked. The bazookas sadly can't do much more. Though they're doing reasonably well nonetheless despite everything. But the end of the echelon troops there was, by the way, not enough bazookas to make any kind of impression. And there you go. Knocked out. And looks like something got off a killing blow there. The Jackson. One of the aces down, but there you go. Blitzing in. Blitzing in. And of course, Veterancy has a high rate of fire, so he might have a chance of knocking out the Jack. No, failed to penetrate. Gott im Himmel. And there you go, one more shot there. He's blitzing around. He's still moving fast. He's moving faster here than the Jackson keep up with and knocked it out. A very close shave right there for the elite Panzer crew, but they managed it. An ace in the making. And GG there from Miragefla and GG from Fahu. And there we go, game over. Very interesting fun again. Sorry for the second match with Miragefla and Flow. Nothing against Miragefla though, but again, some players might just want a bit more variety that way, which is understandable. But right here, I still thought there were a lot of interesting things to actually show. I mean, we saw actually aggressive use of smoke, in particular the smoke screen, which is normally actually used defensively, so that was actually great to see. Sadly, though, occasionally I rather felt like Miragefla, in the second case at least, didn't pull in really aggressively, and the other one, again, the first one, he didn't properly support it, so there were some few things there which could be adjusted for a bit better usage there, but oh, that was quite nice. At the same time, though, as the game progressed, he actually got a bit too defensive, which allowed Fahu to do more and more. There was also a bit problem, I think, coordinating his units, sort of a bit more spread out too much, sort of not delivering some blows. And there was also issues, I think, accruing anti-tank guns, keeping them going. A part of me would also say, you know, he could have done a bit more with the bazookas and rear echelon troops, maybe for sort of having a bit more of an anti-tank force that way. And interesting enough, he actually researched BARs, but he never used them. So that's also something I think is a bit unfortunate there for Mirage. I mean, there were some issues here and there, but overall, I mean, nothing great. But in the end, you know, Fahu actually outplayed him again. That was part against some great use of troop training. I mean, again, it's a very rarely used ability, but Fahu actually used it. That was great to see. Made a lot more of his Panzer force and sort of gave him a lot much greater striking strength against his opponent. Mines could have seen a bit more use from them. I mean, great for Miragefla, by the way, which got him some good blows there versus Fahu. In particular, the Panzer Void, but then he somehow, you know, managed to slightly mess things up, which rather gave Fahu their chances to knock out all the armor and sort of really get back in the game. So a few cases there of Miragefla perhaps getting a bit too bold. But still, again, great usage of smoke and great usage of troop training. Sadly, though, Fahu pretty much used very little else, though, so that could have been perhaps a bit improved upon some stun grenades or give air 40 but beyond that, very nice match here to see. Very nice match. Though, again, I mean, the start out was a bit rough there for Fahu, a bit too split up, a bit too insecure in some regards, and, you know, MG's not quite correctly pointing in the best direction, one might argue, but there you go. So hopefully you've learned something from this match. Also enjoyed this match. If you did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, you know, send in a replay and I'll provide some feedback in the comments. This is Imperial Dancing. Cheers, and thank you all for watching, you wonderful people.